Hey guys, Ogs from the US. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Less than 24 hours until we beat Arsenal. You heard it. We're gonna beat Arsenal and we're gonna win the FA Cup. No doubt in my mind. Save this video and remind me after the game.
This, yeah? Fucking save this, yeah?
Anyways, guys, I am very confident. What you expect me to do as a Chelsea fan, a true blue, I'm gonna just back my team to beat Arsenal. And it's going to be easier than many people predicted. The game is going to be very easy. We are going to beat them comfortably. And Frank Lampard is going to win his first trophy as Chelsea manager. What a story. Wow, we are going to do it. But I wanted to talk in this video about something different. Emi Martinez, remember him? The second goalkeeper at Arsenal. Right now, the guy is killing it. I've made a video about this guy. He's tall, powerful, commanding in the box. He can talk, you know, he can speak English perfectly. The distribution is on point. Everything in that goalkeeper is on point. He is at the same level as Dean Henderson and Nick Pope, according to me, because of his size and everything that I already spoken about. So he gave an interview and he said he's going to think about his future after the FA Cup. He's not willing to be the number 2 because he thinks that this is his time. So just think about it. Leno is a very good goalkeeper too. So Arsenal got 2 world-class goalkeepers and Chelsea Football Club got 0. Emi Martinez is a good friend with Peter Cech. So you can see a little bit of connection here. If Chelsea offers money, you know, because remember Emi Martinez is like on 30k a week or something ridiculous like that, or even less than that, because he's been on the bench forever and he's been on loan all over the country, never had a chance at Arsenal. Now he has to fight with Leno. So he said that his agent called him and say, what can we do now? And he told him, I will make my decision after the FA Cup. So Peter Cech could just make a call and get the deal done. He comes to Chelsea, he plays as number 1, and we have time also to develop some goalkeepers from the academy. I already told you about a young goalkeeper, Lucas, very tall, 6'6", and he's killing it in the academy, and Chelsea promised to give him the number 1 spot in about couple seasons. So Martinez is 27, I think. So it's gonna allow the youngster from the academy to get to the position of start fighting with Martinez. What do you think about it? I'm just dreaming here. Hey, this is not like a gossip. This is not like I have sources or whatever. I just watched the interview and tried to think a little bit outside the box. Yeah, I know many people want Onana and other names, but I tell you, this guy is proven in the Premier League. He's tall, and I love tall goalkeepers. I don't know, that is just a biased opinion, but I think Onana is a little short. He's a great goalkeeper. He's my own brother. But if I have to choose between a short goalkeeper and a tall goalkeeper, I would choose the tall one. And that is a personal choice. You don't have to agree with me. And I think he's going to be cheaper and easier than other targets like Nick Pope or let's say Dean Henderson.
we've spoken to you sort of down the years many times, you've always sort of had that unshakable confidence that you will be Arsenal's number one. How important has that self-belief been to showing the sort of form that you've shown since you've come in, since Bern got injured? Because you've been faultless really since you've come in.
It's everything. Football's obviously talent is not enough. It's a mental game. Like I said, you have to deal with frustration when you don't play. You have to deal with the pressure. There's no excuses. Obviously, when you second choice goalie sometimes think, the lack of game, the flight of the ball is different when you train and when you don't when you play, and there's no excuse if you do everything right. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing. Like my wife was saying to me, why do you train so much in lockdown? Why do you do this so much? Because I think I might have my chance. I might do it. And look, I have it. After 2 games, I think when we started with the team, I was already training. I was already fitter than when I left. So when Bern done the injury, when that happened with Brighton, if you see it straight after, I had to make a low save, and I made it look easy because I was confident I done the right thing to prepare for each game. So that's when I start again, I start performing. Like that's what I do week in, day by day. I don't go week in, week out. When you play week in, week out. I do day by day, and that's why it drives me forward every time. When I think, I'm not 100% sure, of course I am. That's my thinking, my belief.
And you've spoken before about your self-belief and how you always believed you were capable of being Arsenal's number one. Were there any moments ever, maybe on loan or earlier in your career, when you thought it might not happen?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When I signed for Reading, I said this is my last loan. I'm not going on loan anymore. I said after the Reading season as well that this was my last loan. That's why maybe I performance I had a newborn baby. I was tired of going on loan every time and not having my chances in my club. But then obviously when I finished the season at Reading, obviously I had offers to leave. But I always put Arsenal first, and obviously they trust me. Ospina left, they opened the door for me to stay, and when they opened the door for me, I closed it and said, okay, I stay in. You know, for me, Arsenal was always my priority. But at the end of the day, it's a career, and you need to make the most of it. Obviously, I spoke with Unai and Javi at the time, and they said like, I can be the number one, I can fight for the number one spot if I decide to stay. So I spoke with my family, I had no doubt about it, because I was going to have game time. It's different if you say, hey, look, Emi, Arsenal's your club, but you're not going to have many game time this season. Then I have to go away. And that was my last loan, so I had to go permanent. But in football, everything changes. Now I'm finishing the season playing every game, but it's not over. I need to win that trophy.
Now you've got used to the feeling, and obviously we can see how much you're enjoying it. Presumably you don't want to go back to being the number 2 when Bern gets fit again. How do you see next season panning out?
I don't think anyone wants to be a second goalkeeper, especially if you believe so much in yourself. I never accepted that I'm a backup keeper. People say, no, you're a backup or whatever, and it hurts your feeling because you work to be the number 1. That's me. And obviously, I'm not thinking about next season, to be honest, mate. We got a final. There's nothing going. I think my agent called me the other day and was like, "How do you feel?" I said, "What do you think about next season?" I said, "I don't want to talk about next season. I got a contract with Arsenal, so I need to play in that final, have my mind clear, and then whatever happens in the final and next season, it happens. It's football. I can go anywhere, but I know I got 2 years contract left in my Arsenal career, so." Let me win that trophy and then ask me that question again.
And just lastly for me, we were talking to Laka a minute ago about the first goal against Man City in the semi-finals, and you played a big part of that with that passing in the 6-yard box. obviously a lot of fans would see that and get nervous, but is that bravery you had there and that ability on the ball, is that something you've always had, or was that something you've been taught under Mikel or before then?
No, that's something I always had. When I was younger, I used to play up front. So I always have the ability to play with the ball, even 6'4". I can use both feet as well, which is my dad always saying to me, if you want to be a professional player, you need to use both feet since a very young age. And I remember being left-footed when I was really young. And obviously I had an injury on my left ankle, so I started hitting it with my right foot. And then I became a right footer. But at the beginning, the first 4 years, I was left-footed player. And it's obviously with Mikel and Unai, it's a lot of playing out as well. But under Mikel as well, he hates long balls. But in games, you have to mix it up sometimes. You cannot always play through the back. But if